Oh, he is?
Yeah. Kid, the one that we had on the podcast.
Really? The flat
That's one
top.
of his best friends. He does the music for the show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If you watch the end of the show.
I had no idea.
It's Kid that did the theme or something for it.
Oh, my God.
Like he has... Now, do you still remember this Bill Maher story? When I first got here, I got here because of Doug Stanhope. Doug Stanhope did Seattle, and he told me, come down, you're going to do great. And about 3 weeks later, I got here. And I remember that he said something to me. He goes, we'll try to get you spots at the Improv, but right now, I'm not doing too good there. Let me see your nails again. They're beautiful, Bonnie. Look at you. Take care. You're a fucking hot mom.
Thank you.
He goes...
I'm going to come do this podcast more often.
Yeah. He goes, I'm not in good terms at the Improv right now for a few days, so I'll tell you when I'll get you in. When I first got here. So I said, what'd you do? How come you're not... He goes, Bill Maher had a party, and I fucked some girl in his bed, so Bill Maher called the Improv complaining and said that Doug Stanhope
What a
had to
fucking
write a
douchebag
letter
he
to
is.
him, like personally apologize for him fucking the chick on his bed.
Bill Maher can go suck a dick. I mean, if you're that pissed about it, say something to Doug Stanhope. Don't try to take work away from the guy. That's a fucking shitty move.
It was, it was a different time then. He was a different person, You walk into your bedroom, somebody's fucking doggy style in your bed.
It wasn't his girlfriend.
You got kids. I think it was the girl he wanted to fuck. Something crazy.
He was really going to bring him down. I opened for Bill Maher a couple times, and one time I was in the green room, and you could hear the guy on stage, the MC or whatever, and I laughed at the guy, and he told me I had to get out of the green room if I was going to laugh. I was like,
how many years have you been doing comedy for now?
23 years. Yeah, a long time. Mm-hmm.
And you started in Canada, and you were up there for how long?
I didn't do stand-up in Canada very long, a couple of years, and then I moved to New York. It's a funny story about I called. See, in Canada, when you were starting out, we were talking about Yuck Yucks before we started the podcast, but they wouldn't promote you as a comedian. They would only promote comedy. So you could never get out from under the Yuck Yucks hold, because you could never, go sell tickets on your own. You had to use the Yuck Yucks name. And people complained about it all the time. And I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going to the States. And, they had Caroline's Comedy Hour was, one of the big shows back then. And I called Caroline's, the club. I just looked at, got the number and called the club, and I said, who books the TV show? No one there seemed to know what I was talking about. So they put me through to the manager. I think his name is Joe Falzerano or something like that. And I'm talking to the guy, and I said, I want to do your TV show. And it turned out he really was the guy who booked the TV show. And he said, okay, he asked me some questions about myself. He was kind of, amused, I guess, by what the fuck is this girl? And then he asked me if I was cute. And I was like, yeah, I think so. And he said, okay, I have some workmen in my office. They're fixing the ceiling. I'm going to put you on speaker. And if you can make them laugh, I'll give you the show. So he put me on speaker, and I have my notebook open. And I ran through some jokes, and I heard the workers laughing. I did a little crowd work, and he gave me the show from doing that. So then I came to New York and did Caroline's Comedy Hour.
What year is this?
So that was the last year that show was happening. So I don't know what year that was, but mid to late 90s, probably like 96 or 97, maybe something like that. And I was just young. I bombed really bad too.
Where'd they tape? At Caroline's, obviously.
At Caroline's,
right. I remember that.
And I got my manager through that and everything. And then I had to go back for a little bit to Canada. And, just a couple weeks later, I was back in New York for good. And I was like, I got an apartment in Harlem, fully furnished apartment for $500 a month.
No rats?
No rat. It was a really nice apartment, but the woman who lived there just died, and the people were looking for someone to just sort of stay in the place until they could, sell it or whatever. So I just got lucked out. Yeah, but no one would come visit me back then. Harlem.
But you seized an opportunity. What street was it on?
125th and Broadway.
Oh, that's a fucking phenomenal neighborhood.
Yeah, it was
What year
great.
was this?
So that was like 97, I guess.
95 was the last season of the show.
Okay, so 95, 96. Then I was in and then I only stayed a year, and then came to L.A.
So when you were on 125th Street, there was a couple bodegas on the block that sold reefer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You never went down there?
I mean, I cruised
Did you
around.
ever walk up to 125th to the Kentucky Food? What that is? It Popeyes? Have something?
Yeah. There was a Popeyes there,
Popeyes
right by the
right.
train station.
And down the block from the theater,
Yeah.
Apollo Theater.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would get. That was my weed neighborhood.
But I'll tell you, I mostly walked the other direction.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I didn't know that you lived in Harlem, and then you came out here.
Then I came out to LA, and I had a deal already by then. I got a development deal right away.
Now, when were you on SNL?
I never did it. I never was on SNL.
Oh
That
my
was
God,
just
I thought you wrote on SNL or some shit.
no, never did. Nothing. I mean, I told you the story before that people would say,
Right,
"Were
that's
you on
why-
SNL?"
yeah.
But they just, I never did. I
They
never
don't
was on
really
it.
know. It's so crazy when you go out there and people tell fake credits and shit. And then after them, I saw people actually get stumped. Like, you ever see comics get stumped?
What do you mean?
Like a comic would go up. Let's say an LA comic would be on a triple run, and he would be an extra on Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Yeah.
The MC would say it. Coming to the stage, you've seen him on Star Trek, The Next Generation. And afterward, when he get off stage, people come up to him and go, you know what, I'm a Star Trek nerd. What episode were you?
Oh my God.
And the guy would sit there and go like, episode 338. He goes, who are you? Are you the guy? And he's like, no, I'm the guy that walked past the guy. He goes, oh my God, did you get to talk? It was crazy. They were just doing extra
Well, that's
work.
I know, but that's like a shitty show to lie about because those people really do know.
No, but any of those shows, there's always somebody in the audience who geeks out on you
Yeah.
and says, what episode
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
do? You know, it's like when
Yeah.
Seinfeld was on.
Right.
When Seinfeld was on, if you did an episode of Seinfeld, that weekend you sold out.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. You sold tickets because they won, like when he played the Umbrella Man, didn't Dom Herrera?
Yeah, Tom Herrera was on there a few
A
times.
few times. It's
Yeah,
the
that made you
Umbrella Man.
famous.
Made you famous. Coming to the Kentucky, the Umbrella Man from
Right.
Seinfeld. You're buying tickets.
Right.
It's so different now. You do you can do
But
10
there's
episodes.
so much shit out. I mean,
You can do 10 episodes of a show and nobody knows who the fuck you are.
you know, it's so crazy. Okay, like I don't watch The Walking Dead. I've never seen it. So if one of those guys walked in here, I would just treat him like a normal dude. I wouldn't know who it is. And for somebody else, that's the most famous person in the world. So fame is really weird. It's like person to person now, you know? It's whatever show you fucking watch.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.